Hello, friends. This is Dave Hurwitz, executive editor at ClassicsToday.com, here with random reviews from the Overflow room. Working backwards alphabetically, we have arrived at Stravinsky. This is going to be another long one. These S's are going to take up a lot of time. Of course, Tchaikovsky is the longest one so far. Stravinsky's not going to be quite that big, basically because he wrote less and most of his pieces are rather short. So, it's still a lot of stuff here. So let's take out a couple piles of it and see what we've got. I mean, we have piles of it. That's what we've got. Lots of piles of it. Oh, there's some interesting things here already, I see. So here's a pile. Here's another pile. Let's just build it up. And without further ado, we'll see what we're replacing on the old shelves. First of all, you could already see here. Here's today's pile, okay? That's enough, I think, to talk about in one clump. As you know, I've been getting into music in clumps lately. So here's a clump. Oh, and here's a clump of a clump, a subclump. Stravinsky conducts Stravinsky, the original jacket edition. Why do I still have this? I mean, this has been roundly eclipsed by the small box Stravinsky Complete Edition, which has all of Stravinsky conducting Stravinsky. This only has like, 10 discs or something? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 discs with a bonus disc. So 9 discs, all of which is in that even cheaper other box. And it kind of fascinates me that people want to have original jackets in this sort of microscopic format. It really does. There's no need to even go into it further because we all know what Stravinsky did when he conducted Stravinsky, right? He conducted Stravinsky. Not always very well, sometimes quite well. There's some good things in there, but we'll see what those are, I think, in here. Some of them separately, even, maybe, possibly. Stravinsky and Prokofiev, conducted by Markevich. Oh, this is fun. This gets you The Rite of Spring, the 1959 one, which is like thrilling. Petrushka, the Divertimento. Let's see what else have we got here. Pulcinella, and then we've got some Prokofiev. The Love for Three Oranges, the Scythian Suite, and the Steel Step. Great. Markevich was always great. A lot of this stuff is mono. It doesn't make any difference. This is an EMI, now Warner, now French. Well, it was French, actually, like EMI France or something. But who knows where it is now. It's in the big Markevich box on Warner, if that's still around. Orpheus. Fabulous, fabulous. Orpheus does Orpheus. It's great. And the Danses Concertantes, which are not played very often. Bernstein did them. And those are lots of fun, too. So that's nice. I mean, that's on DG. It's nice to have that separately. It was in the big Orpheus box. Oh, Svetlanov does Stravinsky. Petrushka, Jeu de Cartes, and Le Baiser de la Fée, The Fairy's Kiss, and The Rite of Spring. All of these things. I don't know what even label this is on. Venezia, it says in Cyrillic. And, so there you go. They're kind of, as you might expect, rough and ready and heavy-handed. And it's with the, Moscow Large Radio and Television Symphony Orchestra thing. Let me see if I can read this. It's in Russian. Государственный академический Symphonicheский Orchestra SSSR. So there you go. It's the Gasudarstveni. I know what that meant. It's the National Academic Symphony Orchestra of the SSSR. That's what it is. Okay. Then we've got, what's this one? Stravinsky, Symphony in C, Symphony in 3 movements, Symphonies of Wind Instruments with the New Zealand Symphony and En Shao on Naxos. Quite decent, very good performances, worth keep hanging on to. Oedipus Rex with Salonen, featuring Vincent Cole, Anna-Sophie von Otter, Simon Estes, Hans Soten, Nikolai Gedda, Patrice Chéreau. Estes is the weak link. Here, he was a little bit past his prime, I think, when this was made. It's with the Swedish Radio Chorus, the Eric Erickson Chamber Choir, Orfei Drangar, Swedish Radio Symphony Orchestra, but Salonen is a great Stravinsky conductor, without a doubt. Oedipus Rex, again, in Les Noces, this time with Robert Kraft. The Oedipus is just, it doesn't have great singing. It's okay. It's all right. It's not fabulous, but boy, Les Noces is amazing. it was one of those pieces that Kraft really, really hit. And it's just tremendous. Who's singing in Oedipus? It's David Wilson Johnson, Joseph Cornwell. I don't know, it's hard to tell because there are so many names here. Let me see if I can figure this out. Doesn't matter, does it? They're good performances. I mean, Les Noces is fabulous. Then we've got another Les Noces with Histoire du Soldat, Przybojki, the Cat's Cradle songs, 3 Shakespeare songs, In Memoriam Dylan Thomas. This is the Prague Radio Symphony Choir and Symphony Orchestra members with Zdeněk Kozler and the Boston Symphony Chamber Players and the Kotzian Quartet. What a strange collection that Praga grabbed in various ways. These are apparently Czech radio broadcast stereo recorded in Prague. It's a great Les Noces, this Kozler Les Noces. It's amazing. The Czechs do it really, really, really well. They have that authentic Slavic tang. Ashkenazi doing Stravinsky symphonies, Symphony in C, Symphony in 3 movements, Symphonies of Wind Instruments. This is in the big Decca Stravinsky Complete Ballet box because they're not ballets, but they put them in there anyway. What's this thing? Oh, Pollini, the famous Pollini disc, the 3 movements from Petrushka, the Prokofiev 7th Sonata, Webern's Variations for Piano, the Boulez 2nd Sonata, which we've just talked about recently, the one where Pollini practiced his ass off learning how to play it, and then Boulez told him he got it all wrong. Ha, 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 ha. But the Stravinsky is amazing. I mean, yes, the Petrushka stuff is amazing. Stravinsky, music for piano with Alec Karras. Karras is a great pianist, and this has got like lots of the Stravinsky stuff, the Sonata, the Serenade in A, the easy pieces for piano duet, the 3 movements from Petrushka, piano rag music, and all these other goodies on bridge records, first class, absolutely first class. Oh, Stokowski on Vanguard doing L'Histoire du Soldat with Madeleine Millot, Darius's wife, narrator, Jean-Pierre Aumont, the soldier, Marshall Singer as the devil, and just a great collection of soloists. Let's see, Julius Levine, double bass, there we go. And like other famous people, with Stokey doing his very best. And he doesn't mess with it. He just plays it really well. Oh, another Oedipus Rex. Look at this, James Levine. And this time with Philip Langridge, Florence Quivar, and James Morris. I think Florence Quivar is the weak link here. She was also past her best when this was made. This is with the Chicago Symphony Orchestra and Chorus, and it's otherwise quite good. I mean, nothing to complain about. What's this thing? The Rite of Spring and Petrushka, the Vienna Phil with Lauren Moselle, and the LA Phil with Zubin Mehta. These are surprisingly good. These are on Decca, and these are released here on Bell Art, which was a Decca licensee at one point in its life. The Vienna Phil Rite of Spring was surprisingly good. They did this piece well. They always did. Mehta had a live Rite of Spring. It's probably in here, actually, somewhere. That with the Vienna Philharmonic that was amazingly good, more exciting actually than this one. Moselle had some weirdnesses because it was Moselle and the way he conducted it, but the Petrushka and Circus Polka are terrific, and so there you go. Absolutely fine. And this is, Jeu de Cartes, Petrushka, Suites 1 and 2 for small orchestra with Hans Rosbaud and the SWF Symphony Orchestra of Baden-Baden from 1954. You know, you would not expect this to be that good. You really wouldn't, because it's, you know, German orchestra playing music that's syncopated. But under Rosbaud, they do it really well. This Petrushka is marvelous. I mean, it really is. I mean, his Concertgebouw one, which is on Philips, is actually even better. But it's surprising. And Jeu de Cartes is, you know, it's Rosbaud. He could do everything. He really could. Even if the orchestra is a little scruffy, you know that he knows what he wants. Does he always get it? Absolutely. Well, he got it a lot better than Furtwängler did. So let's put it that way. Then we've got this duo, this EMI duo with the Rite of Spring and Petrushka with the Philly and Muti. Great, exciting as all hell. Pulcinella and the 2 suites with the Academy of St. Martin in the Fields and Neville Mariner, and the Danse Concertante with the LA Chamber Orchestra and Mariner. This is a wonderful Stravinsky twofer. That's why I kept it. I wasn't going to get rid of it after all. I mean, it's just marvelous. Oh my, Benjamin Zander, Petrushka and the Ravel Concerto in G with Stephen Drury, piano, who's of course quite good. It's the Boston Philharmonic Orchestra with Zander. These are Well, I mean, the Boston Philharmonic is a local sort of amateur, semi-professional, let's say, orchestra. And the playing has its moments, and the performances are, I got them because everyone was raving about Xander doing this, Xander doing that, and it was all just such a hoax. It really was. So, you know, I got my hoax on there. Let me see if I have something in paper that'll fit into that little slot at the end here. Yeah. Oh, Stravinsky conducts Stravinsky, the mono years. Remember these? This was the Masterworks Heritage Series that lasted for like 10 minutes. You've got the Fairy's Kiss, the Symphony in C, with the Cleveland Orchestra under Stravinsky, and it's Cleveland. So these are some of his best performances because Zell would have killed him if they didn't play it fabulously for a guest. And Pulcinella with the Cleveland Orchestra complete, and L'Histoire du Soldat Suite, and the Octet with Stravinsky and a pickup ensemble. These are very, very fine. They really are. So there you go. Although they are mono. Does this fit in this little... No, it doesn't even fit. All right, so we'll put that over here. And, you know, I'll find something to go into that little slot. Don't you hate it when you get to the end of a row and there's this little tiny extra bit and nothing fits in it? Well, so you spread out the other ones like this so that maybe they'll take up the space and you won't see that extra crack because we're just so obsessive compulsive. Emile Gilels, Stravinsky, 3 pieces from Petrushka along with Mozart, Brahms, and Debussy. This is Orfeo stereo live from the Salzburg Festival. Nice to have. It's nice to have this music with Gilels doing it. And Xander again, and the Boston Phil doing The Rite of Spring. And he does it like twice. Well, there's the pianola version, and then there's the complete Rite of Spring. So with Rex Lawson playing the pianola, and then we've got the Boston Philharmonic desperately counting as they're trying to get through it. It's not the worst Rite of Spring by any means. It really isn't. I mean, the worst one that I ever heard was Karajan. It was Karajan conducting like the German youth orchestra. It was on Calliope. And oh, is that bizarre? It was just so weird. Anyway, that's the first batch of Stravinsky's. So keep on listening, friends. Thanks for joining me. Take care.